Hello Sunderland fans, how we are getting on? So we're back again with the match preview video, this time for the match on Saturday at the Stadium Light against Reading. So we'll go up against Paul Ince's out of form side, following our two tough games this week, where we've had Millwall last weekend and then obviously Wednesday in the FA Cup replay against Fulham. So we've had two tough games. So I'm going to throw a question out there. Would you make any changes for tomorrow's game? Obviously, we know Geltart's going to come back in the side, but mainly in the midfield areas, would you make changes? Would you be tempted to give Luke O'Nien a game in midfield? Would you bring Pritchard in? Would you change the formation? So a few questions there, but let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. But Reading they're out of form. They've not won in, I think they've won the last 7 games. They've got no wins in 5. They're currently, I think they're in 16th place. Having said that, they're only 4 points behind us. I think they've got 38 points and we've got 42. So it's not going to be an easy game. It looks an easy game on paper, but it's not going to be that way. They've also got Andy Carroll, the ex-Mag, back in the side for them as well. So we know what he's all about. Big physical. It's going to be a tough game for Danny Batt, and it'll be a baptism of fire for Dan Barr. But the way Dan Barr's been playing, I think he's more than up to the task of handling Andy Carroll. So they are massively out of form. I think the last win was the 7th of January, and that was in the FA Cup, where they beat Watford. Like I said, they've got no wins in 5. They haven't got an away win since the 12th of November, where they beat Hull. So I think when we played them back earlier on in the season, I think they were actually 2nd or 3rd in the league, and they've just they were definitely punching above the weight at the time. But since then they've kind of rocketed down the league. On top of that, looking at here, they've got some big players out as well. Lucas Zhao is looking that he's not going to play. He's looking like he's injured. Ovi Ajaria, who I think played for us a couple of years ago, was on loan. Dejan Tetek, Michael Craig and Sam Hutchinson is another big player for them. He's out. Tom Holmes is a doubt as well, and Tom Ince has had flu. Let's hope it's not man flu, otherwise he'd be out for the season, wouldn't he? So he's going to be, they've got a few injury problems of their own. And now we've got injury problems. I think Tony Mowbray spoke today saying that Dennis Cirklin's not going to be fit in time, but he's going to be fit for Tuesday. Due to his concussion protocols, he didn't come back in time to have the relevant amount of time on the pitch before he could play. Lyndon Gooch is still out. Niall Huggins is injured again, unfortunately. Seems to take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. We know Elliot Embleton and obviously Roscoe as well. So, but the good thing is, the positive things, we've got players coming back. We've got Alex Pritchard back, Luke O'Nien's back from suspension. We've got them type of players. We've obviously got Lahaji who can play now. His work permit's come through. Jefferson Bennett looks like he's finding his feet. Took his goal well on Wednesday. So we've got more than enough competition now on the bench to change things up if Tony Mowbray wants to change things, or does he keep the same team and then make changes early on and keep players for Tuesday, or does he completely freshen things up? This is the team where I think he'll play. I don't think there's going to be too many changes. I think he's going to have Patterson in goal. I think he'll have Trey Hume, Danny Batt, Dan Batt, Agilisi, and I think it'll be Roberts, Michu, Neil, Clark, with Ahmad and Geltart coming in for Abdullah Bar. Me, I'd be tempted to put Luke O'Nien in. I just think he'd be chopping the bit for to get in. I'd probably be tempted to play him in midfield actually, to give him a go. We bought him as a centre midfield player all them years ago, and he's probably spent most of his Sunderland career at the back. But I'd like to see him play in midfield, and give him his chance. He definitely all action, and he might be what we need to combat the likes of Paul Ince in their midfield. But like I say, Reading have got the second worst away record in the league. The stats are they've played 15, they've won 3, they've drew 2, they've lost 10. They've only scored 11 goals away from home, and they've conceded 28. The last 5 results, they drew 2-2 at home against Watford, Then they lost 3-1 to Man United in the Cup. They got beat 4-0 at home off Stoke. They drew 2-2 at home against QPR, and then they beat QPR to beat Watford 2-1 at home in the FA Cup. So that was the last win they had. So, you know, looking at it on paper, like I've said, it's an easy game on paper, but we need to be at our game. We can't be going to this game thinking we're going to roll over them. You know, they're going to come here, they're going to put 10 men behind the ball, and we know how much we struggle when teams come back and play that way. We find it hard to break them down, so if we don't get an early goal, the longer the game goes on, the more frustrated we get, and then the away side comes into the game. So I'm looking for us to be on the front foot and start better than what we did against Fulham on Wednesday. Try and get the early goal, but I think we'll win. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I'm going to be confident, stick my neck on the line and say we're going to win 3-0. Hopefully Joe Geltart will get his first goals for the club. Different type of game to the Millwall game. You know, his debut was mightily tough down there. This will be a little bit different, but you know, Championship football is harder than Premier League football, you know, for physicality wise. So we'll have to see how he gets on, but I think he did alright. He did alright in his debut against Millwall, so I'm hoping for a good performance. But let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and let us know what your thoughts are and what your score predictions are. Just a quick one before the game on Saturday. There's going to be I think it's going to be a minute's silence in respect of all those who were tragically killed in Turkey and Syria in them awful earthquakes. I think the death toll's up to something like 20,000 now. So, you know, awful times for them over there. So, you know, as we all do, Sunderland fans will show our respect with an immaculate minute's applause or minute's silence. Sorry. And just on top of that, the Sunderland ladies are playing against Southampton on Sunday morning, 11:30. Season ticket holders can get in with the season card, or you can buy the tickets off the SAFC ticketing website, or you can watch the game on the live stream on Twitter on the Sunderland Lasses channel. So that's my match review. Let us know what your thoughts are. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We're looking to try and get 500 before the end of the year if we can. I've just come off doing a live podcast with Owen David, the SAFC Exiled Mackem. So if you didn't watch it while it was live, head across to his channel now. You'll see us discussing and previewing the Reading game in a little bit more detail, as well as looking back at the Millwall game and the Fulham game. So give that a watch and give it a like. Subscribe to his channel. It's a great channel. He's almost at 1,000 subscribers now, so he's doing really well. So thanks Owen for having us on. Appreciate it. But I thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Watch out for the match review after the game against Reading, hopefully with 3 points in the bag. But until then, as we always say, take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.